Right now this morning, a historic chapter coming to a close today in Chippewa Falls. Dick Leinenkugel speaks out on his family brewery's final days and his fight to save it. And striking increase ahead. Why a report is warning of a recent rise in cancer cases. We'll tell you among who.
And after all this talk, we're back into the mild now, holding on to milder conditions through the forecast. 30s and 40s expected with light snow through the day and tomorrow.
This is News 8 Now this morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Friday, January 17th. We've made it to Friday. Cold out there, of course, right?
Yeah.
I saw like a slight dusting on the road. It looked like coming in this morning.
To me, it felt like San Francisco at night. So
Oh,
it was
really?
pretty nice out there. Of course, I had like 5 jackets on. As we get into your forecast right now, let's take a look at what's happening. She's 100% right. There'll be a few flurries working through the morning hours today. In fact, we'll also see as we get into the afternoon, similar conditions in and out of that with breezy and blustery conditions through the day today, from sustained winds all the way into winds that are gusty up to at least 30 miles per hour plus in some locations. Then the light snow will come in for today and tomorrow. The thing is, though, there's a lot of dry air mixed in this. There's also very limited moisture to hit the ground, so we're only talking about a dusting, maybe less than half an inch or that at all. So we carry over to how this all plays out for us. We get into the possibility of the snow that's going to linger, and of course there's a weather alert day as we go into Saturday night that carries all the way into the portions of Sunday as well. So we're looking at that. We're also looking at breezy and gusty conditions to finish out for the day today, and then possibly into tomorrow as well. We'll hold on into frigid temperatures coming in for Sunday, where those numbers could drop down to a minus 30 to 35 degrees for our local temperatures. When I come back, I'll have a little bit of overview of how that all plays out, so please stick around.
All right, Art, thank you. And turning now to another apparent breakthrough in the Israel-Hamas war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a deal has been reached after a brief setback yesterday. As we take a live look at Gaza this morning, where months of fighting have left much of the city in ruins. This is a government building. CBS's Jared Hill reports on now today Israelis will take the first of 2 votes to ratify the ceasefire plan. This ending a war sparked when Hamas launched that brutal attack on October 7th, 2023.
This morning, an end to the brutal war between Israel and Hamas is one step closer. Overnight, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said his country had finalized its ceasefire and hostage release deal with the militant group. Soon, his security cabinet will meet to approve it.
After more than 400 days of struggle, a day of success.
Still, huge blasts lit up the sky in Gaza. Dozens of Palestinians killed in Israeli strikes since the deal was first announced on Wednesday. That's according to Hamas officials. The fighting would stop under the first 6-week phase of the agreement. During that time, 33 hostages would be released in exchange for nearly 1,000 Palestinian prisoners. The deal, brokered by Qatar, Egypt, and the U.S., is expected to take effect early next week.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Udi Goren's cousin, Tal Haimi, was killed during Hamas's October 7th attack that sparked the war. He says he's worried the fragile deal could still collapse at any time.
One of our biggest concerns is that once they start negotiating part 2, they will not reach an agreement and back to war.
Yet for some displaced Palestinians, there's new hope.
Why I am so happy about the ceasefire? Because all of this are going to end. That's why I am so happy.
News of the initial agreement sparked celebration in Israel and around the world, including here in the U.S.
The ceasefire must hold.
The ceasefire deal also includes plans to surge humanitarian aid into Gaza as world leaders push both sides to reach a permanent end to the 15-month-long war.
Some hardliners in Israel who oppose the ceasefire deal have threatened to resign from the government if it is approved. Meanwhile, the leaders of G7 nations released a statement last night calling the agreement a significant development, urging both sides to work on fully implementing it. And the U.S. Supreme Court could issue its opinion this morning on that TikTok ban that is set for Sunday. The clock is ticking. It's probably the social media platform's last hope of remaining in U.S. app stores. The justices seem unlikely to save the company. Their statements during oral arguments should suggest they think the government has a national security interest at stake. The ban is from a law Congress passed about 10 months ago with bipartisan support. Now some lawmakers say they're having a change of heart, as Amy Kiley reports.
They were all for it until they were against it. A brief delay in implementation of the TikTok ban set for Sunday might be possible, but it looks like last-ditch efforts to stop it have failed. The White House says President Joe Biden will leave implementation up to the Trump administration. Inauguration Day is Monday, so that could postpone enforcement by 1 day. President-elect Donald Trump says he wants to review the ban. That doesn't mean he can unilaterally override the law Congress passed.
Not enforcing it doesn't work. An executive order doesn't work.
A bill from some Senate Democrats to postpone the ban appears dead. Critics point out that party controlled the chamber 10 months ago. That's when it passed the legislation containing the ban on TikTok.
We look ridiculous, and I'm certain the Chinese government is laughing at us.
I don't get it. 80% of the Congress, Democrats and Republicans, agreed that TikTok is a huge national security concern.
TikTok's parent company could stop the ban by selling the app to a non-Chinese owner. Sale negotiations would allow Biden to impose a 90-day delay. But the White House says his hands are tied.
A sale of TikTok between now and Sunday is virtually impossible because, among other things, the Chinese government has said they don't intend to approve a sale that quickly.
And closer to home in Monroe County, a deadly drunk driving suspect will head to court today. 47-year-old Shane Slater facing homicide charges in a September crash that killed one person on I-90 near Toma. Police say they found alcohol and THC gummies in his car after the crash. Slater, who has 3 prior OWIs, appears before a judge at 1 p.m. Adam Fravel is appealing his murder conviction. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Madeline Kingsbury, the mother of his children. Fravel's attorney requested all pretrial, trial, and post-trial material, which a Winona County judge has granted. This morning, Menominee police are defending themselves against accusations they're dropping homeless people off in Eau Claire. Eau Claire officials claim Menominee PD brought an unwilling person to their shelter, but Menominee PD disputes this, releasing body camera footage yesterday showing the interaction between their officers and the individual. The controversy has now reached Attorney General Josh Kaul's office.
Are you interested at all in going to Eau Claire? Because there's a homeless shelter there that guarantees the first night stay.
Eau Claire where?
Eau Claire is about half an hour that way on the interstate.
I don't mind.
What's that?
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Eau Claire is still waiting to hear back from Attorney General Josh Kaul. Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was in La Crosse to help promote his new Office of Violence Prevention. Yesterday, the governor took part in a roundtable discussion at Amplify Health at the hospital's Crime Victim Services Unit.
And so we're really pleased that we're able to bring this office together, and we'll be working with Amplify's efforts here, but all across the state.
Governor Evers is launching the office with $10 million in federal funding. State Republicans have indicated they'd be unlikely to fund it long term. Meanwhile, Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul highlighting services provided to schools after critical incidents. The Office of School Safety provides guidance and support to schools faced with traumatic events like school shootings. Since its creation in 2020, it has helped more than 150 schools with critical incidents around the state.
Fundamentally, the work that our Office of School Safety does in conjunction with school districts is about ensuring that our students don't have to do as much worrying about their safety and can focus on what we all hope they are, which is learning.
OSS has also created and trained 12 critical incidents response teams. It is the final day today for Leinenkugel's historic Chippewa Falls Brewery. As Molson Coors moves operations to Milwaukee, 56 employees will lose their jobs tonight. Dick and Jake Leinenkugel tried to save their family brewery, offering to buy it back from Molson Coors, but they say the CEO declined and has stopped responding to follow-up messages.
Chippewa Falls Leinenkugel's Brewery is more than a facility. It's a symbol of our legacy. It's a source of pride for our community. And I believe it's a key part of what makes Leinenkugel's unique. So as a family, we're going to continue to hope for a resolution that honors our history and secures the future of brewing in Chippewa Falls.
Molson Coors says it'll maintain a presence in Chippewa Falls, keeping its pilot brewery and Leinie Lodge open for visitors. The sports world is mourning Bob Uecker, the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers. He died at 90. After playing in the majors, Uecker joined the Brewers broadcast booth in '71, where he stayed for more than 50 years, turning down bigger markets to remain Milwaukee's beloved voice.
He could have gone to LA and continued on the acting career, but he, showed how important Milwaukee truly is, how important the fans are to not only the team, but the players as well.
Overnight, Milwaukee lit the Hone Bridge blue for Mr. Baseball. You saw that there. The Euchre family says he'd been battling lung cancer since early 2023. The time now is 5:10. Still ahead on your morning news. FEMA warning GoFundMe users about wildfire aid. Mortgage rates are climbing again, and a new tax rule for crypto owners. Everything you need to know coming up. Insurance costs are soaring due to extreme weather, with some policies even being canceled. We'll have the details on that. And for now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Today is National Bootleggers Day, sharing a birthday with Al Capone and his favorite whiskey, Templeton Rye. Those illegal liquor runs during Prohibition didn't just stock speakeasies, they helped create NASCAR. Here's to raising a legal glass to that colorful era.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Culligan helps you take control of your home's water with the world's most efficient softeners and drinking water systems. Culligan also gives you more control of your wallet with a variety of payment options. For better water and finances that fit, contact your local water expert today.
I've suffered from shoulder pain for about 22 years. It got to where I couldn't even wash my hair. I couldn't even brush my teeth without pain.
That's when Sophia checked out QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. All natural treatments to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue and get you back to living a normal life again with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime.
I chose QC Kinetics because my son, he had had his back done, and he had great success with it.
Join tens of thousands of satisfied patients who have found lasting relief from their joint pain. Request a free consultation and find out if you're qualified for this therapeutic breakthrough. Call 715-447-7980.
I was in the shower washing my hair and I realized, oh my God, I'm washing my hair and it doesn't hurt. I'm pain-free and I want to thank you, QC Kinetics.
Isn't it time you got your life back? Call now for your free consultation. 715-447-7980. 715-447-7980.
Get up to 10% off sale prices. The 4-day sale at Home Furniture.
I would never forget the picture that I have. I'm the only one that's not smiling. Even though I'm with my close friends, I felt alone. I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel confident. When I got Invisalign, I built my confidence. It was the best investment that I could do.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
You trust the First Warn Weather team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
Well, good morning to you. Let's take a look here at the moisture that's working through the area. Some of it coming out of Canada, some of it streaming down all the way into areas in the Intermountain West as well as the northern tier of the United States here working from the west. We'll also see cloud cover working into the forecast. Will be cloudy skies today, possibly holding on to current temperatures right now. Similar to what we had yesterday, maybe a couple of degrees on the higher side here for now. 30 to 32 degrees from Ladysmith to Eau Claire. La Crosse holding on to 30s again here, mostly low 30s. Sparta Black River Falls, everybody's pretty much in the 30s with the exception of Prairie du Chien at this hour. We look at what it feels like right now. It feels like 22 in Eau Claire. It feels like 22 as you get into La Crosse, so that's 10 degrees much colder there. You're also seeing fairly different changes going in for Blacksmith, I should say Black River Falls, as well as Sparta, and then down to Prairie du Chien, it feels like 19 degrees. All right, so as we go through the morning hours, here we have it here. We have light cloud cover, eventually getting to cloudy skies all the way into the afternoon. As you can see here, with temperatures from 31 to 37 degrees. La Crosse has a little sunshine to start. Then we go straight from partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies, and then eventually we may see some cloudiness later on in the daytime. Temperatures ranging from 34 to 39 degrees into your afternoon. Once we get into it here, we'll hold on to the wind speeds. Winds now coming out of the south, so that ushers in a warmer air, but then these winds are going to flip the script and get into our area from the north, and eventually we're going to see some much colder winds in the forecast. But for now, the wind gusts so far up to about 28 miles per hour, and we'll see more of this getting into the low 30-mile-per-hour winds as we finish out going into the morning, and then into the afternoon we'll see some 34-mile-per-hour winds plus in some locations. I'll come back and I'll have a better overview of how this plays out. Stick around.
A warning for California wildfire victims using GoFundMe. That leads your consumer news this morning. FEMA says crowdfunding could reduce your disaster aid. If donors cover specific losses like a car, FEMA won't provide money for the same item. Officials urge careful wording on fundraising pages, but still want all survivors to apply for federal help. Many Americans may be forced to hold off on house hunting. U.S. mortgage rates rose above 7% for the week, according to Freddie Mac. This marks the 5th time they've gone up in as many weeks. Rates are now nearly a whole percentage point higher than they were when the Federal Reserve started cutting them in September. The Fed is expected to announce 2 rate cuts this year, but that won't happen till later in the year. If you buy and sell digital assets like Bitcoin, your transactions this year will be reported to the IRS for the first time. A new Form 1099-DA will be sent to you and the IRS from your broker. If you don't include it, the IRS will notice because it'll have information on hand and use it to assess your tax obligation. The Eaton and Palisades fire is now the most destructive and second most destructive wildfires in Southern California history. As these extreme weather events become more frequent, many home insurance companies are hiking policy costs and, in some cases, dropping customers altogether. Jen Sullivan explains how climate change is impacting the home insurance industry.
The deadly firestorm in Southern California has decimated communities. And for some, home insurance won't pick up the cost.
For years, the whole condo complex was covered by Farmers Insurance, and then they canceled.
Peggy Holter's condo was destroyed in the Pacific Palisades fire. She says she's only covered by California's FAIR Plan, which offers basic state coverage, but far less than a typical home insurance policy. Personal finance company Bankrate recently did a study and found 7 of the 12 largest insurance companies have either paused or placed heavy restrictions on new home policies in California in the last year.
California should have laws that say that companies cannot just drop you.
This isn't just an issue in California. Extreme weather is impacting home insurance policies and coverage across the country. Last year, there were 27 weather and climate disasters across the U.S., with losses exceeding $1 billion each, according to NOAA.
We're seeing just this increase in the number of severe weather events, but not just an increase in the number, it's the severity of these events.
As severe weather events become more frequent, many home insurance policies are raising their rates, and it's impacting almost every state. A separate Bankrate survey found the average home insurance cost rose in 35 of the 50 states between 2023 and 2024, some as high as 15%.
What's happening right now with all those homes being destroyed, we're going to need a lot of building materials, a lot of labor to put them back together. So that could potentially deplete resources for different pockets of the country.
There's not much homeowners can do to change these rising costs. Experts say it could be up to each state or even Congress to regulate the market by passing legislation to protect consumers.
That was a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over now to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett.
All right, Alexandra, as we get into it here, let's take a look at what we've got going on. Milder conditions on the forecast rounder here. We're also looking at light snow possibilities as we get in today and tomorrow. Limited moisture in the forecast because of that, though, because of the moisture has been kind of wrung out of the area since it came out of areas from Canada and, of course, going into the Intermountain West, so the mountains already have wrung that out. We'll take it into today, though, milder, breezy. We'll also see blustery conditions today. Light rainfall mixing in with snow. The possibilities of that happening for a mix by the time we get in the 3 o'clock hour, working at least from the north all the way down to our region and down to the south. We'll also see Saturday breezy and falling temperatures in the forecast. Sunday is a weather alert day. Technically, it starts Saturday night going all the way into Sunday with temperatures just dropping down. La Crosse will be like 42 for today for the high, and then dropping down to at least the teens as we get into tomorrow. How about this, though? For Sunday, we have the weather alert day, of course, for the first time all day and all night, carrying over all the way to Tuesday. Wind and gust advisories here, I should say wind gusts continue to work through the area here coming out of the south. That will continue, but you see the winds flip the script, though, as we go into the noon hour, and then by the 3 o'clock hour, we're seeing westerly to northwesterly winds coming back in the picture. Then they begin to pick up through the evening commute for folks driving home. You'll see that continue all the way to the 11 o'clock hour, breezy and blustery conditions. Then once we get into it, we're looking at more northerly to north winds working back through the area coming into the overnight and into Saturday through the evening hours as well. You're seeing the winds mostly in the 20s working through the forecast, in fact getting to just near 30 miles per hour. Okay, so highs for today, we're looking at least some around 35 to about 46 degrees out there. Then eventually we have the cloudy skies working in your forecast. You can see as we go through the 6 o'clock hour into the 8 o'clock hour, flurries start to come in from Eau Claire, extending down to Black River Falls, possibly Winona and Red Wing. Then we see it coalesce again, getting up to the north, working along I-94, and then trying to extend it downwards down to I-90, possibly with that more snow coming into the picture at 10 o'clock at the morning time, going into the noon hour with a mix of rain and snow coming into your forecast as we go to the noon hour, and then transferring that all the way back down from 4 o'clock all the way into our area here locally. Starting out mostly with the rainfall, the light rain, possibly some freezing rain to freezing drizzle associated with that. Then we'll get into the possibility of 6 p.m. with another mix of rain and snow in the forecast. That slides down to the southeast gradually, and eventually we get that out of the way. But the roadways could be a little bit icy if that snow continues to pick up a little bit more so. As we finish out going into it into Saturday, it looks to be a little bit breezy going into the morning, as I've shown you already. Okay, so we get into how this all plays out here. We'll go right back into the look to see here. We go into today, 42 degrees. Then tomorrow we drop down to 16 degrees. Temperatures fall into breezy and gusty winds as well. Saturday night is weather alert day going into overnight Sunday as colder air continues to drop in from Canada, and that becomes frigid. That works all the way through Monday and Tuesday, and then Wednesday more snow possibilities on the way. Back to you, Alexandra.
All right, we better enjoy the heat wave today. Thank you, Art. Cancer deaths are dropping, but doctors are still sounding an urgent alarm about certain types, especially in women and young adults. We'll have those details after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in the Blitz, a big one in the Ridge and Valley, plus the Luther Knights looking to rebound after a loss. That and some NBC wrestling action when we come back.
Breaking news out of Winona, fire crews are on scene at the Black Horse Bar and Grill right now. First reports say that flames were spotted on the exterior wall, with the fire possibly starting in the kitchen. Multiple departments are responding. You see some of them here. That includes Winona, Pickwick, and Wilson. Our crew is there. We'll bring you updates as soon as we receive them.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to La Crosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor has immediate openings and wants you to apply. They say this job takes grit, attention to detail, and ability to work as a team. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say. New year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with special trade-in offers. Trade in your old recliner for $50 towards a new one. Trade in your old sofa for $100. Trade in your old mattress for $75. And we'll deliver and haul away for free. Shop store-wide savings as we continue to clear out inventory and make room for new styles for 2025. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months, no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year's sale going on now.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
When migraine strikes, do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another option. It works fast, and most have migraine pain relief within 2 hours. You can treat it anytime, anywhere. Tell your doctor all medicines you take. Don't take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Get help right away for allergic reactions like trouble breathing or face, tongue, or throat swelling, which may occur hours to days after use. Common side effects include nausea and sleepiness. Migraine pain relief starts with you. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Ubrelvy.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
For residential, commercial, or high-speed doors, come to Lacrosse Glass and Overhead Doors. We carry a variety of CHI door styles designed to fit your vision. Get your free quote today.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Blitz. Well, the Luther girls basketball team got a wake-up call last Friday, falling to West Salem by 15 points. They were looking to get back on track last night against Westby at home. Knights in search of win number 6 in the Cooley. Norsemen looking for win number 2. Second half action, Luther's all-time assist leader, Macy Newmeister, skips it to Allie Zittel in the corner, who buries a 3. Home side goes up 13. Westby would put together a run to get it back to single digits. Erin Gluck has too much space, so she pops it and drops it to bring her side closer. But Luther was determined to get back in the win column last night. This time, Newmeister takes it herself on the jumper. She drills it. She finished with 23. Zittel had 14, and Natalie Hackbarth with 3 of her 12 right there. Knights win 61-39. Kickapoo looking to give Wazeeka Steuben their first conference loss of the season, but the Hornets had other ideas in mind early. Macy Mitchell spots up and drains one from 3. And shortly after, she gets another chance from deep and splash. Hornets' lead would grow as much as 7 in the first half, but Kickapoo would not give up, and the Panthers get offense going at the hands of Jaden Snaggle, who puts her head down for the lay-in. The Panthers clawing back then in the second half. Tierney Arndt finds a cutting Morgan Witanen. Kickapoo storms back to win this one 38-34. MVC Wrestling going on last night in Holman. Tomah Onalaska Luther featured in this duel right here. Timberwolves' Peyton Smith gets his side on the board with the pin at 132. Then at 157, the X-Man, Xavier Wilson, is going to flip his opponent over, and he would eventually get the fall to increase his side's lead. Onalaska hoping to start a late comeback in this one. Max Todd of Onalaska Luther at 175. His opponent made him work for it, but Todd stays composed in the moment, and he will end up getting the pin. That makes the score 30-12. The boys from Tomah would get it done. Blaine Waltemath at 190 gets the call. He slams the door shut. Tomah wins this one 42-18 over the Hilltoppers. And the Midwest Players Classic beginning later this afternoon. Highlights from there and elsewhere on the court on the Friday Night Frenzy. We'll see you there.
This production is guaranteed to be funny, entertaining, and raunchy.
Tickets are on sale now. Call or stop into the LCT box office or visit lacrossetheater.org.
Brad Schimmel, prosecutor, attorney general, rule of law judge. Schimmel put pedophiles behind bars, took on criminal illegals and cartels, protected kids and seniors from abuse.
Law school taught me the rights of the accused, but justice for the abused is denied all too often. I'm Brad Schimmel. On the state Supreme Court, I'll apply the law equally because everyone has the right to feel safe.
Schimmel, for justice.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like 50-pound bags of Blaine's Black Oil Sunflower Seed, $19.99. $7 off select Neutrino Loyal Life puppy food. And save $130 on these men's Ariat boots.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
Hello, I'm Christy Halenka, Reading Program Chair at Viterbo University. Viterbo is proud to serve our area communities by providing programs that produce quality educators and leadership in our schools. Viterbo University is once again partnering with News 8 to recognize outstanding classroom teachers in the area. We look forward to working with generations of teachers and change agents for years to come. Do you know a top-notch teacher? Then go online to news8000.com or write to this address.
You come alive in the dead of winter and start work early on snow days because snowed in is not an option. The Kubota Snow lineup of compact tractors, RTVs, and versatile attachments are built to move, plow, blow, and thrive in the winter. So when the snow falls, you could rise to meet it.
Right now, receive 0% APR for 60 months and up to $2,300 off BX Series tractor packages. Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships in Menominee, Baldwin, Osseo, and Arcadia.
Family of SUVs, proud sponsor of winter. Now, get up to $4,000 in total cash on a 2024 Ford Escape. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
This production is guaranteed to be funny, entertaining, and raunchy. Tickets are on sale now. Call or stop into the LCT box office or visit lacrossetheater.org.
Checking back in now on that breaking news out of Winona. Fire crews are on scene at Black Horse Bar and Grill right now. We're taking a live look of that. You can see several engines. There's a water truck there. This again is at the Black Horse Bar and Grill. Quite a large structure there. Looks like it has been significantly damaged. First reports, they came in around 3 o'clock this morning. They said that flames were spotted on the exterior wall with the fire possibly starting in the kitchen. Multiple departments on scene, as you see right here. Looks like they are probably continuing to put out some hot spots. Our crew is on scene right now, continuing to learn the latest information. We'll keep checking in with you and bringing you what we learn, so stay with us. In your medical news this morning, Wisconsin reporting its first child flu death of the season. State health officials say respiratory illnesses are running high right now. RSV is hitting young children particularly hard. Nearly 6% of emergency room visits for kids under 5 involve RSV, they say. State health Officer Paula Tran expressed her condolences to the family, noting the child did have underlying health conditions. Officials are urging everybody 6 months and older to get vaccinated.
Vaccination is the best way to prevent complications like hospitalizations and, in this case, unfortunately, death. If you have not been vaccinated, I would strongly suggest that you consider at this particular point, not only for the person itself, but for those people who are around you.
Nationwide, there have been 16 pediatric deaths tied to influenza this season. And a new report from the American Cancer Society shows that while cancer deaths continue to drop, there are significant concerns for increasing cases of certain cancers, especially among women and younger adults. Michael George has those details.
3 years ago, Tiffany White was diagnosed with endometrial cancer, a type of uterine cancer. She was 28 years old.
For years, I was actually misdiagnosed. So I would go to the doctor often and have these really chronic menstrual cycles. And no one could figure out what was wrong.
She had 6 surgeries, radiation, and then suffered a stroke.
When it was over, I'm in menopause at 31. So a lot of the things that like other people my age are experiencing, I can't experience. Can't carry children. And so emotionally, it has been a roller coaster.
While overall death rates for all cancers are declining thanks to early detection and treatment advances, the American Cancer Society says progress is being threatened by increases in several cancers, including uterine cancer, especially among women and younger adults.
Really striking in this report is an increase in the number of women being diagnosed with cancer in the 50 to 64 age. It's particularly striking in younger women.
Rates in women under 50 are now 82% higher than men. The report also highlights death rates rising for oral cavity, pancreatic, and uterine cancers.
Uterine cancer, it's a cancer with a very large disparity in outcomes between Black and white Americans. It's a cancer because of the importance of estrogen driving it, that there are also links to obesity, but there aren't deep population-based studies that we can say that for sure.
So like someone is not listening to you, go to someone else. If I had not gone to multiple doctors, I probably wouldn't be sitting here talking to you all today.
Tiffany says she hopes sharing her story raises awareness and encourages others, especially Black women, to advocate for themselves.
The report also shows Black Americans are twice as likely to die of prostate, stomach, and uterine cancers compared to white Americans, and 50% are more likely to die from cervical cancer. That's a cancer that can be detected early and prevented with vaccination. La Crosse Regional Airport getting a boost in its search for a second airline. The county board says it will chip in up to $250,000 to guarantee revenue for any new carrier, only if other donors match that amount. The airport's been down to just one airline since Delta left in 2023. Officials hope the safety net will attract another carrier back to La Crosse. Viroqua Schools asking voters for some help once again. The school board is putting a $1.3 million referendum on April's ballot. If passed, it'll raise taxes for 2 years to keep staff and services. Last time in November, it failed by 30 votes only. And if you're looking for some weekend plans, we've got some to tell you about. The Western Wisconsin Camper and Boat Show hitting the Chippewa Valley Expo Center with free admission and prize giveaways. If you're a beer drinker, you can head to the Onalaska Omni Center tomorrow for the 4th annual Winter Beer Collectors Show. Check out glassware, memorabilia, and many more beer collector items. Admission to this one is also free. Shakespeare fans have a chance to catch live readings of every play and sonnet this weekend, all the way until the end of next weekend. The Bardathon. This is for 24 hours a day. There'll be live readings hosted at either the Commons or the Pump House. You can find the full schedule online. As you may have heard, Art warned throughout the morning, this weekend and early next will be extremely cold outside. Well, although we can either layer up to help fight back against the cold, some farm animals may not be as lucky. Grayson Froon shows us how dairy cows can fight back against the cold.
When driving past farms and seeing cows outside during the winter, it may be hard to not worry about their well-being in the frigid temperatures. But as it turns out, cows are quite tolerant to cold weather, thanks to their thick coats and natural ability to regulate body heat.
The cows are wearing a leather jacket all the time. Their rumens, as they digest and ferment feed, produces a tremendous amount of heat, and it heats them from the inside out. So basically our job as farmers is, to keep feed in front of them.
Wind and moisture can be an issue, but as long as their coats stay dry and they've got a place to break from the breeze, cows can actually handle sub-zero conditions better than summer's 70-degree-plus temperatures. And while extreme cold can lead to a drop in milk supply, farm owner Jay Schonbacher says he's noticed his herd's supply increase during the typical winter temps.
Most of the time, cold weather helps milk production increase just because cows want to eat more to keep warm.
When temperatures drop to extreme lows, farmers must regularly check that their animals' water doesn't freeze, ensuring herds stay hydrated in bitter conditions.
Us farmers, we try and take the best care of our animals, I guess, regardless of what weather conditions they are. And, as far as cold weather goes, most of the time the cows have it a lot easier than us human caregivers do.
We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our morning commute.
Alexander, I can't resist. What light breaks on yonder window pane? All right, it is the east and Juliet is the sun. All right, anyway, we get into it here. Right now, we're looking at AM light flurries at end today. Then we get into milder conditions, right into some breezy and blustery conditions as well as we go into Saturday as well. Hold on tonight. Low chance of light snow popping into the picture because, well, we're limited in the amount of moisture cutting in from Canada as well. The specific moisture still, but it's already kind of worked over a few states before it got here. So with high pressure down to the south, this moisture is a lot drier and we can't really get a lot of it. So we're going to see more along the lines of light flurries possible, maybe a brief light shower. But for right now, you're not seeing much in the way of snow and just well up to the north. Then we continue on here going into the wind gusts that continue to track through the day. You'll see it in the morning hours going into the afternoon as well. You'll see those winds getting up to stronger conditions as we finish out in the evening commute, getting up to at least the lower 30s. Current temperatures, we're holding on to some 30s right now, widespread to 29 degrees currently. Feels like it's much colder on your skin, up to at least 10 to 15 degrees colder on your skin for now. However, that's all going to change once we get deeper into Saturday night going into Sunday. We'll also be holding on right now as you go into Eau Claire. You're going to see increasing clouds with temperatures getting into the 30s, possibly the 40s today. La Crosse, we're all going to go right into increasing clouds as well with 40s on the way for your local highs. Be safe out there and have a great day out there. Get out and enjoy it if you can. It's a little mild. All right, coming up on our Buzz Report here, we have our iconic classic, a celebrating big date here. We're looking at, we'll have more on the Goonies. Goonies are coming back. Oh, my goodness. And the film's 40th anniversary celebration after the break. I used to work at a movie theater when the Goonies were out and about.
Life's busy. Off is not an option. You need to be on. On time, on the go, on the call, or just ready to play on. Life's waiting. Power on with Batteries Plus. Visit one of over 700 locations today.
For anybody in this region who is facing mobility issues,
I'd recommend Access Elevator because I know Jason.
The thing that sets Jason apart is that commitment, that passion for making life more pleasant. He will help you think about how to make your life easier in ways that you have not thought about.
There's no second guessing. I immediately say, call Access.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevators. Stop in and see us today.
T-Mobile is very reliable.
It's always nice to know that T-Mobile has us covered.
I love the fact that my family and I, we can stay connected just about anywhere we want to go.
My network is my lifeline.
T-Mobile keeps you connected on America's largest and fastest 5G network. Right now, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/keep-and-switch.
You'll find the Ram you're looking for at Pischke Motors in West Salem or Pischke Motors in La Crosse.
Start 2025 off right with a new Ram during the Start Something New sales event. Stop into Pischke Motors now to save over $10,000 off MSRP on a 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Plus save an additional $3,250 with conditional incentives. Come see the all-new and redesigned Bighorn with unparalleled durability, towing, and hauling. Hurry in, this offer ends January 31st.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
Welcome to the most honest commercial you've ever seen. Not the cleanest, just the most honest.
Today, we're fixing a home's foundation.
I mean, that is like the most common thing to see in the world.
Pretty common, yeah.
Right.
So it's the soil that's eroding away, causing those cavities, those voids that the foundation then wants to settle into.
And then you guys with your superhero capes show up and fix everything.
Yes, sir.
Get a free and honest inspection with Innovative Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Drive in and see Wisconsin's best furniture store. With holidays and the football season upon us, shop and order now.
Browse the most competitive prices on a huge selection of sofas, sectionals, and chairs.
Awesome discounts on power reclining with adjustable headrest, zero gravity, or lift.
Set the table this year with options from Ashley, Sunny Design, and our rustic Amish pieces. Looking for a better night's sleep? Try out any of our hybrid, all-foam, and double-sided mattresses with adjustable bases and frames available.
Furniture from our family to yours. Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Batteries Plus has the national scale for all your power needs and a dedicated expert for the local support you want. Power on with Batteries Plus Business.
Well, good morning to you and happy Friday. We have the milder conditions in play right now and some light snow in and out of the day today, as well as breezy and blustery winds. We already know that. Some of that's going to carry over to Saturday, but Saturday is looking a little bit less than what we had. We dropped it from a 30% down to a 20% chance. These winds are going to continue to stretch all the way through today. I'm going to take this all the way to tomorrow as well, where you're holding on as we go through the 3 o'clock hour. The winds are going to switch from the south coming in from the northwest, and they're going to get up to at least 30 miles per hour plus. In fact, near 40 mile per hour wind gusts as we get into the 11 o'clock hour later on tonight for those folks that are out and about having a good old time with all this warmth. Well, that warmth won't last long. As we go into Saturday, the temperatures are going to continue to get colder as we have colder air working through the forecast. It's going to be an Arctic push working through the area. I call it a push because it's not so much as a blast, because it's going to take a little while to get those temperatures to really get colder as we finish out the day today going into the evening hours and overnight. Highs for Friday, well, you're looking at this today, 35 to about 46 to 47 degrees out there. So we are well above seasonal averages. Right now, we'll continue as we go through 6 o'clock though. Clouds will start to increase as we go through the morning hours. Possibly some flurries working in the forecast along and north of I-94. Some of that starts to work into a mix of rain and snow in the forecast. That could cause a little slickness on the roadways going into your evening commute tonight. That drops down. We get colder and the temperatures are going to freeze over again. As you can see in some cases, whatever that moisture is will freeze over. That continues all the way into the evening and overnight. And then you see drier conditions coming in by 7 o'clock in the morning as you're starting out your day. If you are, I would be up at that time. We're also seeing a Saturday going to the 10 o'clock hour for those folks that are maybe taking their kiddos to function for sports. Well, you're looking at this still holding on to the cold. Still from the afternoon, early afternoon to the middle afternoon, you're looking at temperatures hovering around 13 to 14 degrees in some cases here locally here. We'll also get into it for Saturday at 10 o'clock where temperatures are back down to the teens. And of course, we'll see that continue to get colder as we go into the next few days to follow with a weather alert day in play Saturday night going all the way to Tuesday of next week. Hey, this is what's happening for Saturday. You're looking at breezy and blustery conditions. You're also holding on to temperatures from 9 to about 19 degrees out there. Limited amounts of snow in the forecast as we carry it over from Friday into Saturday. Most of it is well up to the north, maybe a trace down to the central and southern portions of our region. We go through Friday, there's that rainfall. It's more up to the north, and of course the rainfall and snow associated with that is more to the east of that system as well. Bitter conditions coming down from Canada, as I mentioned before. That continues to hold on. High pressure is going to build in and kind of seal it and bake it in for us as we go through the next days to follow from Sunday going into Monday. More high pressure comes in and just circulates that colder air right on top of this all the way into Tuesday. You can see that continuing to happen. Let's take a quick look at your 8-day forecast, and away we go. You're looking at conditions to be like this: 40s down to teens, down to minus temperatures for Sunday, Monday going into Tuesday. We're looking at least 5 degrees for your high. Be safe out there. Have a great day.
In our Morning Buzz report, director David Lynch has died. He was known for his unique and surrealistic films and TV shows, including Blue Velvet and Twin Peaks. His first feature film was the cult classic Eraserhead, which he followed up with the commercial hit The Elephant Man. Lynch's family confirmed his death, but didn't provide a cause. He was 78. The iconic adventure The Goonies is returning to theaters for its 40th anniversary. This will be the first film in Fathom Events' 2025 Big Screen Classic Series. The Race for the Treasure heads to theaters this Sunday and Monday. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong return. Nintendo has released Donkey Kong Country Returns HD for the Switch console. The game was playable back in 2010 on the Wii console as a remake of the 1994 Super Nintendo version.
One single injection unlocks your DNA and will release another version of yourself.
If you missed Demi Moore's Golden Globe-winning performance in The Substance, the acclaimed body horror film, getting a re-release this weekend in some 350 U.S. theaters. Before we we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Brandon is turning 8 weeks old today. Yeah, he loves to hang out and spend time with his family and friends.
I
Not like
love
he's
his
driving,
hat.
though, right?
It's been so long since we've had a little baby.
Oh.
So cute. Brooklyn is turning 8. She loves to spend time with her friends and family, and she likes to play soccer.
All right, how about this, though? Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old, we'd love to feature them.
Yeah, that's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
Hi, and welcome to Friday Flicks. I'm Chris Hussey, and I'm here with Vicki Nichols from the Sparta Cinema. Vicki, tell us about what's coming out this weekend.
So this week we have Wolfman coming out. It stars Christopher Abbott and Julia Garner, and you may know her from her role in Ozark.
She was excellent there. Yeah.
Yes, and it's a spine-tingling thriller. You're not going to want to miss this one.
Oh, fantastic. And then there's 2 more really good ones coming out next week, right?
Yes, so Flight Risk is coming out next week, and that one stars Mark Wahlberg and is directed by Mel Gibson. And it's about a U.S. Marshal transporting her prisoner across the Alaskan wilderness. And not everybody on the flight is who they seem.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
And what was the other one?
Presence.
Okay.
And this one is a ghost story that is told by the ghost perspective. You never see the ghost, you just see what he sees.
Ooh, that sounds actually like a really kind of interesting twist. I'm kind
Yeah.
of that should be fun to see. All right, perfect.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Vicki.
Yeah, you're
Appreciate it.
welcome.
And we'll see you next time on Friday Flicks.
Get ready for the big game with Spectrum. Welcome more excitement into your home as you enjoy the best TV streaming experience. Spectrum brings your entire family together with the fastest, most reliable internet so everyone can enjoy all the sports and entertainment they love. Cheer on all your favorite players on football's biggest night. With the touch of a button, Spectrum puts you at the center of it all so you never miss a play. Get in the game and save with Spectrum Internet Premier for only $30 per month when bundled, plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-877-959-1722.
Welcome back. It is 5:51. Time for your Morning News Now. We're following some breaking news this morning out of Winona. Fire crews are on scene at Black Horse Bar and Grill right now. This is a live look. First reports came in at about 3 o'clock this morning saying that flames were spotted on the exterior wall, with the fire possibly starting in the kitchen. There are multiple departments still working here on scene. Does look like within the past 10 minutes or so, a couple of the other engines may have left the scene. You still see, though, they are pouring water on this big structure. We're going to keep staying on scene and keep providing you updates throughout our next hour. Adam Fravel is appealing his murder conviction. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Madeline Kingsbury, the mother of his children. Fravel's attorney requested all pre-trial, trial, and post-trial material, which Winona County judge has granted. The Biden administration is optimistic. The fragile Israel-Hamas ceasefire deal will take hold, setting the stage for the first hostages to be released Sunday. Fighting has continued in Gaza despite expectations of a ceasefire, with Israeli airstrikes killing more than 80 Palestinians in the past 24 hours, according to Hamas. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has convened a security cabinet meeting for today to ratify the deal. Wisconsin's Attorney General Josh Kaul is highlighting services provided to schools after critical incidents. The Office of School Safety provides guidance and support to local schools in the wake of traumatic events like school shootings.
Fundamentally, the work that our Office of School Safety does in conjunction with school districts is about ensuring that our students don't have to do as much worrying about their safety and can focus on what we all hope they are, which is learning.
The office has also created and trained 12 critical incident response teams. Today's the final day for Leinenkugel's historic Chippewa Falls Brewery as Molson Coors moves operations to Milwaukee. 56 employees in Chippewa Falls will lose their jobs tonight. Dick and Jake Leinenkugel tried to save the brewery, offering to buy it back from Molson Coors, but they say the CEO declined and hasn't replied to their follow-up messages.
Chippewa Falls Leinenkugel's Brewery is more than a facility. It's a symbol of our legacy. It's a source of pride for our community. and I believe it's a key part of what makes Leinenkugels unique. So as a family, we're going to continue to hope for a resolution that honors our history and secures the future of brewing in Chippewa Falls.
Molson Coors says it'll maintain a presence in Chippewa Falls, keeping its pilot brewery and Leinie Lodge open. And some weekend events to let you know about. The Western Wisconsin Camper and Boat Show hits the Chippewa Valley Expo Center with free admission and prize giveaways. If you're a beer drinker, head to the Onalaska Omni Center tomorrow for the 4th annual Winter Beer Collector Show. You can check out glassware, memorabilia, and more collector's items. Admission is free for that as well. And Shakespeare fans have a chance to catch live readings of every play and sonnet this weekend all the way till the end of next weekend for 24 hours a day. There'll be live readings hosted at the Commons or the Pump House. The full schedule is online.
Take a walk on the wild side, or I should say mild side today. We have milder temperatures today, dropping as we go into Saturday though, starting in the morning, carrying over as warmer air starts to exit out and colder air from the Arctic starts to move in. That'll last all the way into Saturday night through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. In fact, we're going to be seeing temperatures to be dangerously cold for wind chills in the early morning hours with breezy and gusty winds coming in. We could see at least minus 30 for our local temperatures in the morning.
Some all-stars making a splash at the Oregon Zoo. Meet Juno and Uni Sushi. Rescued sea otters turning into basketball pros. Wow. Their slam dunks aren't just for show. Vets say this playtime helps prevent arthritis as they age. And every basket, of course, earns a tasty treat. Not bad for two pups who were rescued off California's coast. They don't miss, do they?
That dude is balling.
Yeah, look at that. They're very good. Very cute, too. And thank you for starting your morning with us. Coming up, a heated battle between cities. Did Menominee police dump a homeless person in Eau Claire? New body cam video reveals what really happened. We'll show it to you next.
Countdown to inauguration. I'm Jared Hill with the unprecedented security preps before President-elect Donald Trump is sworn in for a second time.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say, new year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with special trade-in offers. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months, no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year sale going on now.
Your job title shouldn't define you, but in the job I'm running for, it should. I'm Brad Schimmel, and justice is my life's work. Helping Wisconsin's most vulnerable, stopping elder abuse, taking on human traffickers, putting pedophiles behind bars, and leading the Sexual Assault Kit Initiative, clearing 4,000 backlogged tests so survivors could finally get justice. For me, it's not a title. It's my mission statement.
Hey, Dominic here to ask, do you love salt but need to cut back on all that sodium? Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing is the answer, and it's recommended by doctors and dietitians for those on low sodium diets. It tastes like regular salt but with so much less sodium. Use it just like your table salt. Great on corn on the cob, tomatoes, watermelon, and yeah, you could even use it on French fries and everything else you love to salt. Be sure to get your Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing and 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Get out of here.
What are you doing?
Oh, we did our home insurance ourselves, but don't feel protected.
So you're building your own American Family Insurance roof line?
Yeah, you know, life's better when you're protected under American Family's roof.
That's not how it works.
Dad, we'll go. It's gonna hit.
See, that's how it works.
For real protection, save up to 23% by bundling your home and auto with us.
If you're living with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis or active psoriatic arthritis, symptoms can sometimes hold you back. But now there's Skyrizi, so you can be all in with clearer skin.
Things are getting clearer. Yeah, I feel free. To burn my skin, yeah, that's on me. Nothing is everything.
With Skyrizi, you can show up with 90% clearer skin. And if you have psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi can help you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Now's the time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
It's out with the old and in with the new. You know what they say. New year, new you. King Furniture is celebrating the new year with special trade-in offers. Plus, get free delivery and 12 months, no interest payments. The King Furniture New Year's sale going on now.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Breaking news this morning, crews battle an early morning structure fire outside of Winona. We'll take a live look coming up. And from mochi donuts to Korean corn dogs, meet the team bringing new flavors to La Crosse on Foodie Friday.
Plus, we do have milder conditions today with a little light snow in the forecast. More about that in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Mark Jarrett.
It is Friday, January 17th. Today is our warm-up. Today is our heat wave. So we better enjoy it, right?
I laugh at it now because it's so, I mean, it's interesting. It's going to be 42 degrees today for our high. Then tomorrow we're looking at maybe at least around, say, 16 degrees coming in the forecast. All right, so we're also going to see milder conditions today. However, temperatures are going to start to get much colder as we go into tomorrow. As colder air comes in from Canada, drops down on top of us, we could see some light snow today and possibly tomorrow as well. It's only about a 20% chance, and it's dry, so it's most likely it's about a trace to maybe less than a half an inch or that for most folks. Hey, getting into it though, as we get into Saturday, we've got breezy and gusty conditions as well. Not as blustery as today will be though. Sunday, that's going to be our first day of the weather alert day. Weather alert day starts Saturday night, goes through Saturday and all the way into, I should say, through Sunday and all the way into Tuesday. We have the moisture coming in. You can see it slicing down coming in from Canada. Some of that also is Pacific moisture that continues to work in our area. So temperatures right now in the 30s, everybody right now, and then when it feels like temperatures like we're in the 20s. So it's making a difference, and even the teens in some cases by Viroqua. So it's making a difference as it feels on your skin as those winds are breezy and gusty already this morning. We're increasing the clouds for you as we go through the day today to cloudy, mostly 30s with a short thermometer. We'll do the same for La Crosse as well, starting out pretty doggone sunny, and then once we get in the noon hour, we'll have those clouds increase on us, 34 to 41 degrees. Get out and enjoy that, as Alexandra said. Back to you, my friend.
If you're just joining us, we are on scene of some breaking news in Winona this morning. Fire crews are on scene at the Black Horse Bar and Grill. We'll take a live look at the scene. First reports came in at about 3 o'clock this morning, saying that flames were spotted on the exterior wall, with the fire possibly starting in the kitchen. Now, when we first started taking these live shots, there were still a couple flames, a few more trucks than this. Looks like maybe a few trucks have left, but you can see here still several on site, still some smoke there, trying to get this thing knocked out. As Art mentioned, there are some high winds in the area. Multiple departments are on scene. Our crew is there. We'll continue to update you with the latest throughout the morning. And this morning, a massive security operation is ramping up in the nation's capital, now just 3 days until President-elect Donald Trump's second inauguration. CBS's Jared Hill has a look at how the city is preparing.
From the land, water, and air.
And tower on your left side.
Unprecedented security preparations ahead of President-elect Donald Trump's second inauguration. From just 150 feet above, pilots have been scanning the National Mall, mapping what's normal so they can spot any radiological or nuclear irregularities, like dirty bombs. The U.S. Secret Service at their training facility in Maryland has been meticulously rehearsing for Monday.
Can we try a vehicle having a flat tire? Can we try someone having a heart attack?
About 25,000 law enforcement and military personnel will safeguard the inauguration, including 7,800 National Guard authorized to protect the nation's capital and its 250,000 ticketed guests. Throughout the city, 30 miles of anti-scale fencing.
We feel very confident that we are going to provide a very secure environment.
This comes as the Trump transition team is preparing the program. On the guest list for Trump's inauguration, wealthy tech giants Elon Musk of Tesla, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, head of Amazon, and Shou Chew, the CEO of TikTok. A choice that disappointed lawmakers on both sides, with a bipartisan law set to ban the popular app if it doesn't divest from its China-owned company by Sunday. After a heated presidential campaign, members of the bipartisan inauguration committee are looking forward to Monday.
We're going to see another peaceful transfer of power, which is what is so important to our country.
A signal to the nation.
The swearing in is slated to start at 11 a.m. on Monday. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says a ceasefire and hostage deal has been finalized. The deal would stop fighting for the first 6-week phase of the agreement. 33 hostages would be released in exchange for nearly 1,000 Palestinian prisoners. This morning, the Israeli government set to take the first of 2 votes to ratify the plan.
It was very important for the parties to know that the Trump administration stood behind the agreement that we negotiated and that President Biden put forward. I think Senate being very clear with all concerned that the incoming administration supported, endorsed, and would carry forward its responsibilities under the agreement, that was an important thing to do.
The leaders of G7 nations released a statement calling the agreement a, quote, significant development. The Supreme Court could rule this morning on Sunday's TikTok ban. While justices seem unlikely to block it, they might delay implementing it. Trump says he'll review the ban after he's inaugurated, though he can't override the congressional law. TikTok could avoid the ban by selling to a non-Chinese owner, but no deal there yet. President-elect Trump has invited TikTok's CEO to his inauguration. And in Monroe County, a deadly drunk driving suspect heads to court today. 47-year-old Shane Slater is facing homicide charges in a September crash that killed 1 person on I-90 near Tomah. Police say they found alcohol and THC gummies in his car after the crash. Slater, who has 3 prior OWIs, appears before a judge at 1 p.m. Adam Fravel is appealing his murder conviction. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of Madeline Kingsbury, the mother of his children. Fravel's attorney requested all pretrial, trial, and post-trial material, which a Winona County judge has granted. The controversy over alleged illegal homeless drop-offs in Eau Claire is getting bigger. A police department accused of a drop-off just released body cam video. News 8 Now's Grace Monk has the details.
Eau Claire officials claim that nearby law enforcement agencies are bringing individuals that did not ask to be transported to their city.
The transport of unhoused individuals, or really any individuals outside of jurisdiction to another location, is, we think, beyond the authority of law enforcement.
One of those agencies is Menominee PD, who say that the letter to call does not accurately reflect the situation. The department released body cam footage that shows the conversation between the individual and officers.
Are you interested at all in going to Eau Claire? Because there's a homeless shelter there that guarantees the first night stay.
Eau Claire where?
Eau Claire is about half an hour that way on the interstate.
I don't mind.
What's that?
I don't mind, I don't mind.
Eau Claire City Attorney Stephen Nick thinks the footage does the opposite.
Our statements on it are 100% accurate. It's an individual who says they don't know where Eau Claire is.
Nick says it puts the community at risk.
Drops off an individual that is in need of assistance, has to varying degrees mental health, drug or other addictions.
And that it's unlawful.
All those things, again, are improper, we think illegal, and again, fundamentally dangerous to all involved.
Attorney General Josh Kaul says that's not exactly true.
Precisely what an agency can or can't do will depend on the specific circumstances of a case.
Nick hopes that their letter to Kaul will prevent this from happening in the future.
I think better to make clear, hopefully through the Attorney General's response, that it's not a permissible option.
But Kaul wants agencies to work together to help the unhoused population.
My hope is that agencies in this part of the state can work together in good faith to make sure that they're working collaboratively and doing so in the best interests of the people in the communities they serve.
Great. We did reach out to the agencies listed in the letter for comment. Governor Tony Evers was in La Crosse to help promote his new Office of Violence Prevention. Yesterday, he took part in a roundtable discussion at Amplify Health at the hospital's Crime Victim Services Unit.
And so we're really pleased that we're able to bring this office together, and we'll be working with Amplify's efforts here, but all across the state.
Governor Evers launching the office with $10 million in federal funding. State Republicans indicating they'd be unlikely to fund that in the long-term state budget. And Wisconsin Attorney General Josh Kaul is highlighting services provided to schools after critical incidents. The Office of School Safety provides guidance and support to schools faced with traumatic events like school shootings.
Fundamentally, the work that our Office of School Safety does in conjunction with school districts is about ensuring that our students don't have to do as much worrying about their safety and can focus on what we all hope they are, which is learning.
OSS has also created and trained 12 critical incident response teams throughout the state. It is the final day today for Leinenkugel's historic Chippewa Falls Brewery. As Molson Coors moves operations to Milwaukee, 56 Chippewa Falls employees will lose their jobs tonight. Dick and Jake Leinenkugel say they tried to save the brewery, offering to buy it back from Molson Coors, but they say the CEO declined and stopped replying to their messages.
Chippewa Falls Leinenkugel's Brewery is more than a facility. It's a symbol of our legacy. It's a source of pride for our community. And I believe it's a key part of what makes Leinenkugel's unique. So as a family, we're going to continue to hope for a resolution that honors our history and secures the future of brewing in Chippewa Falls.
Molson Coors says it'll maintain a presence there, keeping its pilot brewery and Leine Lodge open. The sports world is mourning Bob Uecker, the voice of the Milwaukee Brewers, who died at age 90. After playing in the majors, Uecker joined the Brewers broadcast booth in 1971, where he stayed for more than 50 years, turning down bigger markets to remain Milwaukee's beloved voice.
He could have gone to LA and continued on the acting career, but he, showed how important Milwaukee truly is, how important the fans are to not only the team, but the players as well.
Overnight, Milwaukee lit the Hone Bridge. You see it here, lit up blue for Mr. Baseball. The Uecker family says he'd been battling lung cancer since early 2023. The time now is 6:10. Still ahead on your morning news. Insurance costs soaring with extreme weather. Spirit Halloween announces layoffs and a big release announced for Nintendo fans. And would you pay $400 for one piece of fruit? Coming up, we'll have more luxury fruits and if they're worth the pretty penny. For now, leaving you with a live look. This is of Winona. This is where that fire is. We have the crews are on scene here. They have been here since 3 o'clock this morning. Several crews, as you can see in this image here. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We see you out there, giving your whole heart to what you do. That doesn't mean you have to give your whole wallet, too. It's why we make sure that as you find your way, you can find value along the way. Like Blaine's Wild Bird Food. Rewards members get 2 for $12. Get a free scratch block when you buy 2 of these AgroMaster feeds. And heated pet products are 20% off.
That's what I'm talking about.
Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
For over 40 years, Blood Cross Glass and Overhead Door has been the go-to company for anything glass and door. We offer a large stock inventory of CEHI garage doors to help you find the perfect fit. As a locally owned business, we take pride in our work and always get the job done. From commercial glass and glazing to residential glass and CHI garage doors, we have the experience and expertise to help you. Call or visit our website today.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
It's the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Big savings on some of the best brands in furniture. We're clearing our showrooms to make way for fresh new introductions with hundreds of items reduced to their lowest prices ever. Dining rooms and bedrooms from Daniel's Amish and Canal Dover. Sofas and sectionals from Flex Steel and Smith Brothers. And dining by Canadel. Plus the area's best selection of top grain leather from Stressless, Palliser, and Lazy Boy. It's happening now during the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
The dentist will be right in.
Hey, I heard you're retiring soon. You excited?
Yeah, Doc, but there's so much to consider. Medicare, finances. Oh, and I lose my dental insurance.
You can get your own from Physicians Mutual. Easiest decision ever. It's real dental insurance that's real affordable. Well, I think my work here is done.
Wait, what?
Hey, I heard you're retiring soon. You excited?
Affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. One of the easiest retirement decisions you can make. For a free information kit, call now. This dental insurance helps cover over 400 procedures. Everything from cleanings and fillings to crowns and dentures. See any dentist you want with no deductibles and no annual maximum.
Well, I think my work here is done.
Wait, what?
To get your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
All right, well, welcome back here as we get into possible AM and PM light flurries today. Getting into the evening as well, we'll have milder conditions and breezy conditions holding on through that as well. So we have that right now, a bit of a wind chill, but it's still quite nice out there. Hey, tonight though, we're going to get into a low chance of light snow working through the forecast area, and then our temperatures begin to drop. Colder air comes out of Canada, and that's going to work into our forecast. You can see it kind of driving a little bit closer. Moisture is associated with that too, but it's so dry, we can't actually get a lot down to the ground. Maybe a trace, maybe less than half an inch, if that. Light snow you can see right now putting in motion, not much happening out there. Most of it is well up to the north. However, you notice it's a mix of rain and snow. That eventually is going to drop down even lower as we get through the day today, starting in the morning and getting into the evening hours and overnight. Hey, take a look as we get into Friday. We're looking at these winds getting in the morning hours and then eventually carrying over to the late morning hours. And it'll be at least up to maybe 30 to 24 miles per hour in some cases. And then you can see the winds are out of the southwest, and eventually they turn coming out of the west-northwest, and that means we get much colder into the evening hours. Current temperatures, 30s for you widespread again, not much change since the last I showed you. However, the wind chill, it's out there and it's effective, at least 5 to about 10 degrees colder on your skin out there in some cases. La Crosse has the sunshine coming in, temperatures and the wind chill associated with there in purple there, or I should say in blue, teal if you want to call it that. Cloudy to mostly cloudy skies accepted today. Eau Claire holding on to increasing clouds to cloudy. Then we'll see them continue with the cloudiness all the way into the noon hour and beyond. That's a look at your forecast. Stick around. I'll have more of that coming for you in just a moment.
In your consumer news, a new report says insurance costs are rising rapidly for many homeowners. Data released by the Treasury Department shows homeowners' insurance costs have increased 9% faster than overall inflation from 2018 to 2022. We know inflation was growing fast during that time. The spike has been attributed to extreme weather events like hurricanes and fires. The report also found homeowners living in high-risk areas like California are 80% more likely to have their policies canceled. Spirit Airlines says it'll cut 200 non-union jobs in an attempt to save some cash. This comes after the carrier filed for bankruptcy in November. Spirit has struggled with debt, competition, and failed attempts to merge with other airlines. A spokesperson says the job cuts are separate from the bankruptcy filing. Nintendo giving gamers a first look at the long-awaited Nintendo Switch 2, saying it'll be released this year. The Japan-based video game company revealed some images of the console design and this teaser trailer, but they didn't reveal the exact release date or say the price. More details will be revealed in April. Nintendo also scheduled Nintendo Switch 2 experience events in cities worldwide. Well, we have all been paying more for food lately, but would you pay $400 for a single piece of fruit? Probably know the answer to that. Michael George introduces us to the world of luxury fruit.
These strawberries cost 8 times more than the ones at a typical grocery. It's not inflation, it's a new trend, luxury fruit. Higher quality, higher price. The berry from the company Oishi is grown indoors under special lights and no chemicals are used. They're marketed as sweeter and creamier than a typical berry. The price? $2 per strawberry. We had New Yorkers put them to a taste test.
I mean, it's decent.
Decent?
Yeah. I mean, it's okay. I don't taste a significant difference. Maybe a little bit sweeter.
I feel like the texture of it is more sweeter. But that's really it, honestly.
On the extreme end of luxury fruit, Del Monte's Ruby Glow Pineapple, with a striking red color and lower acidity. It's packaged in a box fit for fine art and sells for a whopping $400. Is there really a market for a $400 pineapple?
Michael, there is now.
Danny Dumas from Del Monte said the exorbitant price is for two reasons. One, years of development costs. And two, there's a very limited supply.
People like exclusivity. People are curious.
So Del Monte sent us one of these Ruby Glow pineapples. Why don't we give it a taste? So it's actually really good. It's better than a normal pineapple. It's sweeter. Is it worth $400? In my opinion, of course not. But some people are willing to pay. Del Monte says more than 1,000 people are on a wait list to buy. As for the $2 strawberry...
Yeah, that's a little pricey.
You wouldn't do it?
I wouldn't do it.
Not everyone is sweet on the price.
I've had some amazing strawberries from farmers around here. Didn't cost that much. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over now to meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our forecast.
That's close to a car payment, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, you get into it here. We're looking at limited amounts of snow on the ground here. We didn't get an awful lot, but we do have some snow, and particularly some ice might maybe moving into the forecast as we get deeper into the morning hours. We could have a little bit of mix of rain and snow getting into the forecast today. Taking a look, though, from Skycam 8 getting into Menominee here, you're seeing snow off to the distance there along the roadways. Looks pretty good thus far, though. Toma's looking pretty good as you're heading towards them or back towards Shelby. So take it slow this early morning and be careful, be mindful. Holding on to milder conditions today. We'll also see again the light snow as I've mentioned. I'm going to give you an image of that in just a bit here. First, we get into the winds. We're already breezy and gusty right now coming out of the southwest, working with those winds. Eventually, as we go through the morning hours, we slow the winds down just a tad bit into the 20s and the teens. Then the winds flip the script and we turn it from the east, I should say west to northwest in the forecast with breezy and gusty winds coming in. And man, that wind's going to be much colder on your skin as we finish out the day. Hey, highs today, we're looking at maybe 35 to about 47 degrees in the forecast under cloudy skies expected. Then as we go into the 8 o'clock hour, we're holding on to moisture coming into the forecast. First, you'll see it down by La Crosse possibly, and then getting down into areas by to the north along Eau Claire and Ladysmith. A mix of rain and snow cutting across the Mississippi River drops down on top of us as we get into the 4 o'clock hour. So after we reach our high, we're looking at conditions to be like that, getting colder, losing a couple of degrees with this colder air in and the moisture trying to get down to the ground. Then we can kind of go through it again for the evening commute, and that continues to end toward the end of the evening commute with fewer or frequent or lower amounts of cloud cover as well until we get down into clearing skies for the 7 a.m. hour for tomorrow. Temperatures are in similar conditions, pretty cold, and as we'll see going into it, you're looking at the possibility of colder air coming into the forecast and sticking with us. We're at 11 o'clock at night, and we're in single-digit numbers, some minus numbers also. Hey, temperatures tomorrow, though, 9 to about, say, 18 to 19 degrees out there. Oh, boy. And then we see a little bit of snow trying to get to the ground, but most of it's up to the north. Ladysmith may get some. We're talking about maybe a trace to about a half an inch or less in the forecast. Bitter conditions come in from the north out of Canada, and that's going to stay with us not only for Saturday, going into Sunday, possibly sticking around for Monday as well. And, of course, it starts to lift out of the area by Tuesday. But you can see the temperatures, 42 degrees today, much colder as you get into Saturday. We're also holding on to at least temperatures dropping to -1, -2 as you get into Sunday to Monday. There is a weather alert day that starts on Saturday night, continues through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, where temperatures get to about 5 degrees. And the snowfall is limited, as I mentioned, all the way through the first few days. Then as we get into Wednesday, it's a 30% chance if we get any snow at all working into the forecast. That light snow with temperatures getting back into the middle teens to around seasonal averages here. We're also seeing the possibility of some snow trying to sneak in for Thursday. That's about a 20% chance or less. Then by Friday, we have a 30% chance coming back again with light snow with temperatures roaring up to 26 degrees. Be safe out there and have a wonderful day.
All right, Art, thank you. Well, beyond the flames, how wildfires take a toll on mental health and the warning signs you shouldn't ignore. Those details coming up after the morning sports blitz.
Coming up in the Blitz, a big one in the Ridgeon Valley, plus the Luther Knights looking to rebound after a loss. That and some NBC wrestling action when we come back.
It's the 4-day sale at Home Furniture. This Friday through Monday, get up to 10% off sale prices throughout the showroom. This sectional is just $13.99, or this dining set is just $9.99. The 4-day sale ends Monday at Home Furniture.
Brad Schimmel, prosecutor, attorney general, rule of law judge. Schimmel put pedophiles behind bars, took on criminal illegals and cartels, protected kids and seniors from abuse.
Law school taught me the rights of the accused, but justice for the abused is denied all too often. I'm Brad Schimmel. On the state Supreme Court, I'll apply the law equally because everyone has the right to feel safe.
Schimmel for justice.
Honey, where are the kids?
I put them in the furnace so I could figure out why we don't have any heat.
You did what?
Maybe it's that loose wire.
Maybe it's that plug vent.
Maybe it's the bad igniter.
Maybe it's a dirty flame sensor.
Or maybe...
Why don't we just call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning?
Quality you can count on, experience you can trust.
With over 50 years of combined experience, G&T services residential and commercial customers within 50 miles of West Salem.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Our windows and doors combine quality craftsmanship and cutting-edge innovation from the trusted brand Renewal by Andersen, and our team provides expert installations backed by industry-leading transferable warranties. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
During the 4-day sale at Home Sleep Express, get up to 10% off sale prices on Luxuria and Thomas Cole Sleep. This Jewel Plush Queen mattress is $759, and this Eden Plush Queen is $1079. The 4-day mattress sale going on now at Home Sleep Express.
You trust the First Warn Weather Team to keep you safe, and even better, you can take us with you. Expect more with hourly temps and conditions, video forecast, interactive radar, and your choice of notifications. We're there when you need us.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
The Blitz. Well, the Luther girls basketball team got a wake-up call last Friday, falling to West Salem by 15 points. They were looking to get back on track last night against Westby at home. Knights in search of win number 6 in the Cooley. Norsemen looking for win number 2. Second half action, Luther's all-time assist leader, Macy Newmeister, skips it to Allie Zittel in the corner, who buries a 3. Home side goes up 13. Westby would put together a run to get it back to single digits. Erin Gluck has too much space, so she pops it and drops it to bring her side closer. But Luther was determined to get back in the win column last night. This time, Newmeister takes it herself on the jumper. She drills it. She finished with 23. Zittel had 14, and Natalie Hackbarth with 3 of her 12 right there. Knights win 61-39. Kickapoo looking to give Wazeeka Steuben their first conference loss of the season, but the Hornets had other ideas in mind early. Macy Mitchell spots up and drains one from 3, and shortly after, she gets another chance from deep and splash. Hornets' lead would grow as much as 7 in the first half, but Kickapoo would not give up, and the Panthers get offense going at the hands of Jaden Snaggle, who puts her head down for the lay-in. The Panthers clawing back then in the second half. Tierney Arndt finds a cutting Morgan Witanen. Kickapoo storms back to win this one at 38-34. NBC Wrestling going on last night in Holman. Toma Onalaska Luther featured in this duel right here. Timberwolves' Peyton Smith gets his side on the board with the pin at 132. Then at 157, the X-Man, Xavier Wilson, is going to flip his opponent over, and he would eventually get the fall to increase his side's lead. Onalaska hoping to start a late comeback in this one. Max Todd of Onalaska Luther at 175. His opponent made him work for it, but Todd stays composed in the moment, and he will end up getting the pin. That makes the score 30-12. The boys from Toma would get it done. Blaine Waltemath at 190 gets the call. He slams the door shut. Toma wins this one 42-18 over the Hilltoppers. And the Midwest Players Classic beginning later this afternoon. Highlights from there and elsewhere on the court on the Friday Night Frenzy. We'll see you there.
It's the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Big savings on some of the best brands in furniture. We're clearing our showrooms to make way for fresh new introductions, with hundreds of items reduced to their lowest prices ever. Dining rooms and bedrooms from Daniel's Amish and Canal Dover. Sofas and sectionals from Flex Steel and Smith Brothers. And dining by Canadel. Plus the area's best selection of top grain leather from Stressless, Palliser, and Lazy Boy. It's happening now during the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings.
Visit your best choice GMC dealer today.
It's not very often a fella gets to offer the best products in the marketplace at a price lower than most others. When I look at this beautiful showroom, when I consider the quality of our products and the team of 80 exceptional professionals, we should be higher priced, but we're not. If you have any doubts for your next home improvement project, you should contact the Board Store today. It's not all the sales and discounts, it's the bottom line that counts, and you'll get no better bottom line than at the Board Store Home Improvements.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information. News 8 Now and the Co-op Credit Union are taking part in Chase the Chill.
Chase the Chill is a project across North America that provides warm clothing to people in need. Scarves, hats, and gloves are hung on trees in parks with notes attached to them, letting people know they can take them.
Co-op Credit Union and our community are conducting our own Chase the Chill campaign from December through February.
Together, we can keep our community warm this winter.
Donations will be accepted at the Co-op Credit Union location in Alaska.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
Miss a story or need to watch it again? Find them all on the News 8 Now app.
Checking back in now on that breaking news in Winona. We'll take a live look now. If you're just joining us, fire crews are still on scene. This is at the Black Horse Bar and Grill. They've been here on scene since about 3 o'clock this morning. You can see they do appear to have most of the flames knocked down. Still a lot of smoke there. This is a large structure. We're told it is mostly made out of wood too. Multiple departments are on scene, including Winona and Pickwick. First reports say that flames were spotted on the exterior wall, with the fire possibly starting in the kitchen. So our crew is here continuing to gather the latest information. We'll continue to pass that along to you throughout the newscast. In your Friday morning medical news, Wisconsin reporting its first child flu death of the season. State health officials say respiratory illnesses are running high right now. RSV is hitting young children especially hard. Nearly 6% of emergency room visits for kids under 5 involve RSV. State Health Officer Paula Tran expressed her condolences to the family, noting the child did have underlying health conditions. Officials are urging everybody 6 months and older to get vaccinated.
Vaccination is the best way to prevent complications like hospitalizations and, in this case, unfortunately, death. If you have not been vaccinated, I would strongly suggest that you consider at this particular point, not only for the person itself, but for those people who are around you.
Nationwide, there have been 16 pediatric flu deaths this year. The FDA is authorizing the marketing of Zyn nicotine pouches after the agency conducted an extensive scientific review about their safety. The authorization applies to 20 Zyn pouch products and is the first time the FDA has given the green light to nicotine pouches. The FDA says studies showed a large amount of adults who use cigarettes or smokeless tobacco switched to these nicotine pouches, and they pose a lower risk of cancer compared to cigarettes. But the FDA does stress there is no safe tobacco product, and the new authorization does not mean that the Zyns are FDA approved. A federal judge giving several states the go-ahead to proceed with a lawsuit to restrict the abortion drug mifepristone. The move comes despite a Supreme Court ruling last June that the drug can stay on the market. Now, the state's attorneys in Missouri, Kansas, and Idaho argue some moves by the FDA have allowed the flow of mifepristone across their state borders. The states allege that undermines their own abortion restrictions. The lawsuit also challenges FDA rules that have allowed patients to order the drug by mail without an in-person doctor's visit. People in LA's fire zone certainly have had to worry about their physical health, including concerns over air quality. But it's not just their physical health that's in danger. It can be their mental health, too. Brian Abel reports.
With the danger and destruction wildfires can bring, it's easy to understand the stress people experiencing them are under.
A disaster like this can have huge mental health impacts. There can be signs of anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder.
Up to 40% of impacted communities can show signs of these clinical symptoms, says Dr. Mishra, including anger, shock, sadness. There's the uncertainty of losing a home, a neighborhood, a neighbor. The stress can bring cognitive impacts too, making it hard to focus when everything around you feels threatening.
People will feel very distracted, unable to pay attention to their daily life activities, and they will also have poor ability to make decisions.
Both victims of a disaster and first responders are vulnerable.
Firefighters are all under the threat of PTSD as well in a situation such as this. They have received some amount of resiliency training, but they're not immune to these mental health impacts.
The mental health impacts can linger years after the smoke clears if they aren't addressed, says Mishra. Talking with a trained professional can be key. Other coping mechanisms like listening to music to de-stress and deep breathing exercises can help, along with volunteering and talking with others going through the same thing.
This is collective trauma, which requires a collective healing and us supporting each other.
And the doctor also says when speaking with others, be mindful to not have the conversation be all doom and gloom. That may not help. Try to shift to a survive and thrive mentality instead, something we can all remember. And La Crosse's regional airport is getting a boost in its search for a second airline. The county board says it will chip in up to $250,000 to guarantee revenue for any new carrier, but only if other donors match that amount. The airport's been down to just one airline since Delta left in 2023. Officials hope this safety net will help attract another carrier back to La Crosse. Viroqua Schools asking voters for help once again. The school board's putting a $1.3 million referendum on April's ballot. If passed, it'll raise taxes for 2 years to keep staff in services. Last time in November, it failed by just 30 votes. And if you're looking for some weekend plans, we've got some ideas for you. The Western Wisconsin Camper and Boat Show hitting the Chippewa Valley Expo Center with free admission and prize giveaways. That's running now through Sunday. If you're a beer drinker, head to the Onalaska Omni Center tomorrow for the 4th annual Winter Beer Collector Show. You can check out glassware and all kinds of memorabilia. And Shakespeare's fans have a chance to catch live readings of every play and sonnet this weekend, all the way till the end of next weekend. For 24 hours a day, there'll be live readings hosted at either the Commons or the Pump House. The full schedule is available for you online. Sometimes I feel like I read 24 hours a day also. Send it over now to Art. He has a look at our morning commute.
All right, thanks for that. And yes, you do. In fact, we get into it here with the rainfall and snow that's in the forecast. You can see these southwesterly winds lifting up this this moisture just a tad bit. Eventually, as we go through the latter portion of the morning, this wind is going to change coming out of the northwest, and that's going to bring in some slightly colder conditions going into our evening hours and beyond. Right now, the snow is well up to the north here, as you can see as I put that in motion for you. You're looking at it well there, but eventually it's going to drop down on top of us. In fact, we'll hold on to at least by the 7 o'clock hour going forward here. We're looking at these winds up to 30 miles per hour plus in some cases. And as you can see the change coming in, once you get right into the 1 o'clock hour, these winds are going to switch out of the southwest and come in from the northwest. That will continue to drop more of that cooler air, as I've mentioned. Temperatures, as you can see now, up to 33 degrees for Eau Claire. We're also looking at La Crosse at 33 degrees. Not much change, but we're also going to be seeing conditions to show that they're a lot colder on your skin, maybe up to 5 to 10 degrees colder on your skin with a bit of a wind chill out there. Clouds will increase on us as we go through the day. You can see the wind chills associated with that there in the teal and the white. You're showing the temperatures, and of course we'll also get into Eau Claire. We'll do the same as well. You'll see the 20s for the wind chill, 30s for the local temperatures, getting up to the upper 30s for Eau Claire. Once we get into your forecast, though, it'll be pretty nice for us. So when I come back, I'll have a better overview of how this all plays out for us.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, how about Brandon is turning 8 weeks old. He loves to hang out with his friends and family at home, and he loves, look at him, he's just so cute.
Yes, I love his hat. Happy 8 weeks. And Brooklyn is turning 8. She loves to spend time with her friends and family. And as you see here, she likes to play soccer. Happy birthday to you too, Brooklyn. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Ahead on Foodie Friday, get a taste of Sweet House's unique Asian-inspired treats. Stay with us.
Your job title shouldn't define you, but in the job I'm running for, it should. I'm Brad Schimmel, and justice is my life's work. Helping Wisconsin's most vulnerable, stopping elder abuse, taking on human traffickers, putting pedophiles behind bars, and leading the Sexual Assault Kit Initiative, clearing 4,000 backlogged tests so survivors could finally get justice. For me, it's not a title. It's my mission statement.
In the hunt, every detail matters. It's not just about the thrill, but a passion for the craft. And in the end, it's about the people you get to be with. At Overhead Door, it's about our team and those we get to serve. We can repair any garage door, but we only install the best. Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region since 1921.
Wisconsin, one of those places where families spend their winters among frozen lakes and snow-covered hills. With all the fun they're having, it's easy to take for granted how they warm up, by the fire, or simply adjusting their thermostat. But for some of us, it's not that easy. Some of us need to decide whether to heat or to eat, or to further neglect our basic survival needs. We are working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans, all struggling to pay record heating bills. These dangerous temperatures aren't just uncomfortable for us, they can be deadly. If you are struggling to decide if you can put food on the table or heat your home, please reach out for a hand up. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
She's always had it. Pure ambition. An unbridled self-confidence that most people only dream of. You see it driving her, empowering her, and in time, you see it fueling her future. Perhaps even helping her blaze a new trail. All she needs now is a way to make it happen. We are the Universities of Wisconsin. 13 universities, unlimited opportunity.
All right, well, good morning to you. Can't get enough of this wind. As you can see, southwesterly winds taking it up to at least 24 miles per hour, possibly near 30 miles per hour. Then they increase, turning into west-northwesterly winds. You'll see that continue in with winds getting up to at least 30 miles per hour plus, possibly up to 36 to 37, maybe even near 40 miles per hour as we finish out going through the day. Highs looking like this today. Friday, we're going to hold on to some milder conditions, 35 to about 47 degrees out there. Cloudy skies expected today after a little bit of cloud cover starting out this morning. You can see limited cloud cover right now by La Crosse and getting up to Eau Claire. Right now by the 8 o'clock hour, you're looking at the possibility of some snow moving into the forecast. Right now we're holding on to more of that light flurries up to the north, and they're light. Not a lot of moisture associated with that, possibly going into the noon hour and extending as it drops down with a mix of rain and snow all the way down to La Crosse. That continues down as we go through the evening commute with colder snow moving into the forecast here with a mix of rain and snow down by Viroqua, as well as portions brushing La Crosse, getting down to Prairie du Chien and Bosqueville to finish out the day. You'll see that continue on till at least the 9 o'clock hour. Then it starts to track out of the area and back to Ladysmith and Wausau and Marshfield again as they started out this morning. And that clears out. We get to 7 a.m. in the morning. Look at the lows in the morning. Single digits up to the north until you get to Eau Claire. You're looking at 10 degrees there. Winona 13 degrees. La Crosse at 14 degrees in the morning. So temperatures are plummeting. We have colder air coming in from Canada. That is an Arctic push. You'll see the temperatures continue to drop as well. Even though by 15 degrees you're looking at La Crosse at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Remember, it was around 14 degrees already in the early morning hours. Well, getting into it here, Saturday is showing that we'll have by 10 o'clock single-digit numbers in the forecast, so you can tell it's going to be cold. And not to mention, there's going to be a wind chill associated with that as well, so that's going to make it feel so much colder on your skin. That's why we have a weather alert day coming in Saturday night that extends all the way to Tuesday. Take a look at the highs for Saturday, at least 9 to about maybe at least 19, maybe 20 degrees to get into Bosqueville. And then you'll also hold on to, again, the snow, mixed rain. That continues today. That's going to be done. We're talking at least maybe at least getting into about a trace to about a less than half an inch. We'll also see bitter conditions coming in from the north as that drags down, and that's going to stay with us all the way through Tuesday as well. So I'm going to take this into Sunday, and we're done. So this is what I mean, 42 to 16 degrees. You see the big difference, 14 degrees for the low, that was today. Then we get into a low of at least getting into at least Saturday into Sunday, a -6 degree low carrying over to -11. More of those conditions continue to go much colder. In fact, we could see some -30 degree temperatures working in the forecast for some locations in the region. We'll also see as we go into Wednesday next week, 30% chance of snow, which is much lighter. And then we have another one on Friday. Back to you.
Bringing Asian-inspired treats to La Crosse, Sweet House is serving up unique favorites from mochi donuts to Korean corn dogs. We're joined this morning by two managers of the Sweet House to tell us more on Foodie Friday. Good morning. Thank you for being here. You brought such a beautiful display. First, just tell us what we should know about the Sweet House.
All right, let me introduce ourselves. My name is Shua.
I'm Cha.
Nice to meet you guys.
And, nice to meet you.
What Sweet House has to offer is we have a variety of a bakery, a sponge cake, and we have a little bit of hot food, grab and go. We have pho, pad thai, and crab ragout and egg rolls, or you can do like a combo of fried rice with 2 egg rolls on it.
All right, you've got it all going on.
We also have the mochi donuts and the corn dog.
Okay,
and
yeah,
the boba tea drinks as well.
Okay, so that's kind of what you brought today.
So what? Sorry about that. So what exactly is a mochi donut?
A mochi donut is it's a Western and Eastern traditional mixed together.
Mm-hmm.
It has rice flour in there. It's crispy outside and chewy on the inside.
Yeah, and so these are them here. They're so beautiful. And you said that kind of different flavors and toppings kind of vary by the day, right? So you can always expect new creations. Those are looking great. And what can you tell us about these Korean-inspired corn dogs? What's so special about that?
Yeah, so special about the Korean corn dog is that inside the corn dog, it has cheese inside, and it has a variety of topping. We have the hot Cheetos, potato cubes, and the ramens, and the plain.
Okay, yeah, so good. Those look awesome.
And what about the other colors that are going on here? You have so much colorful. It's just beautiful. What is the sponge cake here? Is that what that is?
Sponge cake, and like Valentine's coming up, so we do a lot of like Valentine stuff. Like in like holidays and stuff like that, like Halloween or Valentine's. So.
Okay, yeah, this is a heart shape. This cake here is so beautiful.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Is this a sponge cake too, or what kind of cake is that?
Yeah, sponge cake.
That is a sponge cake too, with all the fresh fruit.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so beautiful. And then you've got boba tea and some hot food too. So what else? What else are you serving up?
Vietnamese salad, and that's what popular about it because it's different.
Yeah.
Yes, for the boba teas, we have fruit tea, milk tea, coffee, and refresher drink.
Okay, all
So
right.
you guys are located near the university, yeah? So that's going to be huge.
Yes, we want to bring back the college more.
Yeah, I know. You've got a great selection. So, and then these two, you said people can just grab these as they're going, right? These are
Yes.
available to grab and go. Well, tell us what inspired you to bring these kind of treats to our area.
Well, we believe in giving back to the community, and my dad always said, do the right thing.
Okay, so you're happy to kind of share some bits of your culture. You said you grew up eating corn dogs like this.
Yes, I love eating corn dogs.
So happy to share them with some people in La Crosse, right?
Yes.
Great.
Do you also do catering as well?
Yes, we do.
You do, okay. And you've got a website where we can go, or social media? I know you guys are active on social media for sure. So check you out on Facebook. Anything else we should know? Your hours or?
We are open 10 to 6,
Okay.
and then Monday we are closed.
Monday you're closed. All right, and follow along on social media. Okay, well this is so beautiful. Again, thank you so much for being here and letting us know about the Sweet House.
All right, well thank you.
Very much.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Hey, let's try this with Ritz. Now here comes the blitz. What? Step up your game day with Ritz.
This is amazing, George Kittle.
Please, call me George Kittle.
Get up to 10% off sale prices. The 4-day sale at Home Furniture.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Increase your home's energy efficiency and enjoy year-round comfort with Asher Lasting Exteriors. Take advantage of our biggest savings ever and receive up to 25% off your entire project. Connect with our team today and request a free, no-obligation consultation at goasher.com.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories because we, like you, expect more.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. Some breaking news in Winona we have been following all morning. Our crews are still on scene. This is at Black Horse Bar and Grill. You can see a few trucks still here on scene. They're still pouring water on this. Smoke still billowing. Quite a large structure as well. First reports came in about 3 o'clock this morning that flames were spotted on the exterior wall, with the fire possibly starting in the kitchen. We do know that multiple departments are on scene. That includes Winona, Pickwick, and Wilson. Our crew continuing to gather the latest information. We'll keep you updated throughout the day and on news8000.com. Adam Fravel is appealing his murder conviction. He was sentenced to life in prison for the murder of the mother of his children, Madeline Kingsbury. Fravel's attorney requesting all pre-trial, trial, and post-trial material the Winona County judge has granted. And the Supreme Court may announce a possible ruling on TikTok today. The case could be delivered 2 days before the ban is slated to take effect. Congress passed a law last year requiring the app cut ties with its Chinese parent company. This morning, Menominee police defending themselves against accusations that they're dropping homeless people off in Eau Claire. Eau Claire officials claim Menominee PD brought an unwilling person to their shelter, but Menominee PD disputing this, releasing body camera footage showing the interaction between the officer and the individual.
Are you interested at all in going to Eau Claire? Because there's a homeless shelter there that guarantees the first night stay.
Eau Claire where?
Eau Claire is about half an hour that way on the interstate.
Okay. I don't mind.
What's that?
I don't mind. I don't mind.
Eau Claire has reached out to the state attorney general. They're still waiting to hear back. Today's the final day for Leinenkugel's historic Chippewa Falls Brewery. As Molson Coors moves operations to Milwaukee, 56 employees will lose their jobs tonight. Dick and Jake Leinenkugel tried to save the brewery, offering to buy it back from Molson Coors, but they say the CEO declined and has stopped replying to their messages.
Chippewa Falls Leinenkugel's Brewery is more than a facility. It's a symbol of our legacy. It's a source of pride for our community. And I believe it's a key part of what makes Leinenkugel's unique. So as a family, we're going to continue to hope for a resolution that honors our history and secures the future of brewing in Chippewa Falls.
Says it'll maintain a presence in Chippewa Falls, keeping its pilot brewery and Leinie Lodge open. Some weekend events to let you know about now. The Western Wisconsin Camper and Boat Show hitting the Chippewa Valley Expo Center with free admission and prize giveaways. And if you're a beer drinker, you can head to the Onalaska Omni Center tomorrow for the 4th annual Winter Beer Collector Show. Check out glassware and memorabilia. And Shakespeare fans have a chance to catch live readings of every play in Sonnet this weekend through next. For 24 hours a day, there'll be live readings at the Commons or the Pump House.
All right, take a look here quickly as we go into Saturday's wind chills. You can see how cold it is out there. La Crosse will be -11, Eau Claire -16. Carry over into Sunday's wind chill, just a few locations. La Crosse at -23 degrees, as well as Trempealeau and West Salem. All right, we get into how this all plays out. We have Saturday. We're going into a weather alert day Saturday night. That carries over through Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. That means breezy and gusty conditions, dangerously cold wind chills. In fact, Monday's going to be even colder, so you know the wind chill is going to be a lot colder on your skin. Be safe out there. Have a great day.
It is going to be cold. Something people crave when it's cold is chicken noodle soup, but if you can't grab a spoon, Progresso's got you covered with these soup-flavored candy drops. For $2.49, you get 20 hard candies that taste like chicken noodle soup, plus an actual can of soup, but you better act fast because these sippable soups are only around this month. Okay, the slogan says soup you can suck on. I don't know about that.
Hey, Alexander, you first.
Yeah, me first, right? I guess maybe, I don't know. I was trying to think of a viable reason that you would eat one of those. I can't think of one. No?
No? No, no.
Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. We will see you back here at noon.